for the Spring Track League 2C champions between Somers, John Jay, Cross River, Harrison, and Byram Hills. We're about halfway through the meet right now. We had a late start as we were calling the flag football game before this, as they did not have local live today.
And as we get started here, Brandon, what are the next upcoming events that we should look out for today?
Trying to get that for you now. Right now, we're starting with the 4x8 girls and boys. Then we have girls then boys hurdle finals, and then girls then boys 100-meter finals. Should be a great next few events.
And they're off. Rolling now is for this heat.
This heat in our girls 4x8 Somers in the heat. Each team is on the track for this event. All four girls in a group right now.
As this one
Around the last turn now, coming on to the straightaway. We'll be able to get a look at who is running for Somers this first lap.
rolling around. Battle
And
for the
running for
lead.
Somers, this first lap is going to be Brooke Fazio.
A battle for the lead as there goes Brooke to take the lead. Passing that Byram Hill.
800 meters, 2 laps around the track around track of Somers. After 1 lap, Somers in first, Byram Hills in second, John Jay Cross River in third, and Harrison in fourth. Somers and Byram gapping John Jay and Harrison on the second lap. There's going to be handoff at the end of this lap. Around the final turn into the straightaway. Brooke Fazio of Somers in first place. Shortly behind her, Byram Hills, and in the far distance, John Jay Cross River in third. Coming up to the starting line. Somers ready for a handoff.
And the teammates are going to take it now.
It's going to be a smooth handoff there for Somers. Somers is going to be in great position to keep their lead here.
Taking it around now. Somers out front, but Byram Hill is right behind.
Byram
Somers
gaining on our Somers runner.
Here comes Byram Hill. As now Byram Hill, it's neck and neck between Byram Hill and Somers as they come around. We'll see who is going to be running for.
Byram Hill's going to try to make a move coming into the straightaway, gain position going into the second lap.
This is the battle for the lead now.
Byram in lane 1.5 there, and Byram is going to get past Parker Page, our runner for Somers.
Byram Hill able to go on the outside to go around the Tuskers as Byram Hill goes up front.
And don't forget, we still have John Jay, Cross River, and Harrison in this race. They're
As they
distant,
are
but
coming.
it's going to be a race for third for them.
As John Jay does look to pull ahead there.
Byram gaining a lead over Somers in great lead for Byram now.
Now Byram Hill is pulling out a bit ahead as they're taking it around.
Page, it's starting to hit her now. Slowed down a little bit, but she should have just enough left in the tank to push through this last straightaway.
But a great effort there by Paige of Somers, putting up a phenomenal performance still. As there goes Byram Hill is pulling ahead down to the finish.
For the handoff. And Byram Hills will have a clean handoff there. Somers a little slower on the handoff. Takes a little more time, but it is clean there. John Jay on the straightaway now. This race is not looking like a great race for John Jay and Harrison, as Harrison is way behind John Jay.
Now,
Although it is not anything can happen, but Byram Hill is taking a huge lead here on Somers.
yeah, great performance now by Byram Hill as they are pulling more and more away in this one. But Somers not giving up just yet as they are still in second.
Somers' fourth runner is gonna have her work cut out for her. See if she's able to take back first and try to get a win.
Byram Hill, however, still has a big distance and still a lot of ground to make up for the Tuskers as they're going to
Finish
come
their
around.
first lap, so
And they got one more to go.
one more lap, and they're looking tired already out there.
John Jay still has the third spot, however, as John Jay is way ahead in that battle for third place.
Somers
And coming up next is the hurdles. This should be an exciting one as we'll be having the hurdles right here, and it'll be exciting to see who shows up for each team in this one. Rolling around now comes Byram Hill as Byram Hill still up front.
Byram. Yes, they have their big lead, and it's coming around to their final handoff.
Handoff there for
Handoff
now the
clean for
Tuskers.
Byram. Tuskers looking for a clean handoff. Clean handoff there. 7:45 minutes into this. 7 minutes 45 seconds into this race. Byram off on their last leg. Somers on their last leg too.
Will they make the distance? It's a big lead by Byram Hill, but will Somers be able to pull off the impossible? At this point, it's gonna be rough, but you can never count it out till they cross the finish line. You never know in sports what's gonna happen.
Byram still in lead, but Somers looking to close that gap there. Kaya Distanzik running for Somers.
As they do start to set up the hurdles, as Byram Hill does come around. It's looking pretty good for Byram Hill as they're taking it around to the finish.
One more lap there for our runners.
And that will be one to go, presented by the Soma Sports Broadcast Club, as Byram Hill, a big gap in front. And tune in next week as the Somers Tuskers do take on Byram Hill in varsity lacrosse this coming Monday at Somers. So a week from today, Byram Hill does take on Tuskers in boys varsity lacrosse. Something to look forward for as gonna bring it around now. So Byram Hill has huge gap.
And Harrison coming around. This is going to conclude the first leg of the first lap of the last leg for Harrison. They're gonna have one more to go. John Jay in great position for third, but the race here, it looks like it's gonna be out of reach for the Stanzik, but Byram Hill is pushing through. Big gap.
As Byram Hill does
Byram
pull
Hills
ahead.
is going to get the win here on this 4x8. It looked great for Somers at the start, but Byram Hills was just barely able, not barely, sorry, was able to get the lead on the second lap, and they just continued to gap Somers from there. Gap got bigger, and that's just how it happened. So, looking to see at our
John Jay looks to take
times
third.
here. So, Byram Hill's final time was 10:07. Somers' final time was 10:17. Still waiting on John Jay as they've just crossed the line. 10:41 for them, and Harrison on her way.
But a great effort by all of these teams, and for Byram Hill, they were able to work together the best as they wound up taking that one. But it was a close battle, especially between Byram Hill and Somers from the beginning. And
And that will
results for
conclude.
that one will be Byram Hill, Somers, John Jay, and Harrison.
Final time for the girls. Harrison 4x8, 11:07. 1 minute behind Byram Hills at 10:07.
And Brandon, do you want to talk about the upcoming hurdles a little bit, like what to expect, who to look out for, at least on the Somers
Yeah,
side of things?
this is going to be a good race. These are all athletes that have already ran. They have run a qualifying time tonight to get them into this finals race. So basically, out of their heats, they had the sixth best time. So our start list for finals, girls, 100-meter middle hurdle finals is Elise Hermato for John Jay, Kinga Kazaira from Harrison, Claire Higgins from Somers, Helena Chembry from John Jay, Sienna Cavada from Byram Hills, and Caroline DeMella of Somers.
But we're off in the, I believe it's 800-meter for the boys, as Somers looks to be pulling ahead to start off here.
Yes. Although, first lap, everyone usually does stay together.
As it's still pretty close as it comes around, leading for the Tusk. It's currently Harrison actually in front. So Harrison there, Gabe out there for the Tuskers as they take it around for lap number one
First
of
lap,
two for them.
first first lap down, and it looks like we're gonna have Harrison first, Somers second, Byram Hills in third, and John Jay in fourth. So that is going to determine the order in which the people receiving our handoffs is going to be in. So as you can see here on our screen, because it looks like they determined that Somers was first, but Somers is gonna have the first spot because they crossed the line first. And then it's going to be Byram Hills, Harrison, John Jay.
As they come on around, I believe. Yeah, leading is gonna be
Leading is going to be Gabriel Kaxire of Somers with a big gapping lead here. He's going to be handing off to Lenny Novichenko, I believe. Another great runner. This is a good This is a good 4x8 for Somers.
great start for the Huskers here, as now Lenny is pulling ahead, making a bigger gap there for the Tuskers.
Lenny, a great distance runner. This should be this 800-meter race should be on a little bit of the easier side for him. I'm not saying that it is going to be easy, but it's just shorter distance than what it's typically for him. As he comes around, entering the last turn, is a big gap. John Jay in second, Byram in third, Harrison trying to make a move on third, but Lenny coming down. This straightaway. Harrison was not able to make a move for third there. Lenny, one lap down for him.
Anderson to second. John Jay.
Lenny with a huge lead on John Jay now. Harrison making a move for third there. He's going to make it, moves back into lane one, and Harrison has passed Byram Hills for third and is already starting to pull away, trying to get himself in a position for his next runner to make a move on John Jay.
Still far ahead is Lenny for the Tuskers. Taking it now to the end. He's gonna pass it off.
Aiden C to take the handoff for Somers. He good handoff there, and John Jay handoff is going to be way after. It's going to be looking at our times here. John Jay's handoff is going to be a whole 10 seconds behind Somers. Now you might think that's not a lot of time, but for a shorter race like an 800 meter, that is a lot of time. Because if you can see now, that gap between first and seconds, that is about a 10-second gap there. And that distance looks even bigger on the track, especially with that person trying to move away from you. So Aiden C coming into the last turn of his first lap, entering the straightaway. Smooth sailing for him. John Jay trying to catch up, shorten the gap a little bit, but Aiden keeps his pace and then picks it up in his second lap. It should be all good for him.
John Jay, still a big gap behind, followed by
Aiden C
Harrison.
cheered on by Coach Lacko at the near the finish line. Now, Aiden is in his last lap of the third leg out of 4. Let's just note some things quickly about this meet. So the boys, as this is league champs, the boys are looking for their 8th straight league title, and the girls are looking for their 10th straight league title at the spring 2C champs. Aiden C coming around now into the straightaway. Getting ready for a handoff to Christian Labasso.
There goes Christian Labasso.
Christian Labasso.
As he is off.
Christian Labasso, strong start with much room in between him and his second place competitor. Almost the distance from each straightaway around each curve is that distance there. But often it is common that the first and last runners of your relay are the best. They're going to be your fastest runners with the most stamina. So this John Jay runner is going to try to really catch up to Christian here.
John Jay is getting a bit closer, but Christian still has his momentum going with a big lead. There goes Christian. He is rolling as he's gonna complete lap number 1 now. There goes Christian, and Christian's gonna be able to hold on to the lead as he goes for lap 2. John Jay catching up a little bit, but still a bit of a gap, a bigger gap between second and third.
Christian needs to give this last lap everything he's got if he wants to secure this for Somers, because John Jay is closing up that gap. Like I said, often the strongest runners are first and last. So this John Jay runner is getting closer. It looks like we might have a pretty close finish, as you might be able to see multiple John Jay athletes and Somers athletes running to the edge of the track to cheer on
Battle
their
for the
runners,
lead
and
now.
John Jay making a move on Somers, and John Jay is going to take the lead. Does Christian have anything left in the tank?
John Jay goes
It does
outside
not
the
look
pass.
like it. Nothing left in the tank for Christian, and John Jay is going to cross the line first. Now, he said that this was going to be a good race. For Somers, it was a good race, but like I said, anything can happen in track, especially in these races that are longer than 10, 15 seconds. Anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. But a great effort by Christian. He had the momentum. Fortunately, that John Jay just was faster there and gained more momentum towards the end, as he did have some field.
Yes, there is nothing wrong with that there. So while we have a moment, let's just go over the athletes do get scored in their event for placing good. And the goal is to help your team by accumulating the most points for the win. So right now your current boys standings are Somers in first with 23 points, Byram Hills in second with 10 points, Harrison in third with 8 points, and John J. Cross River in fourth with 6 points. For your girls standings, John J. Cross River is in first with 29.5, Somers in second with 29 points, only a 0.5 point difference there. Harrison in third with 8.5, and Byram Hills in last with 7 points. We'll be back shortly with your girls' hurdle finals. And next coming up, we have the girls' hurdle finals. So that is going to be a very quick race. These hurdle races, 100-meter hurdle races, will not last more than 10 to 12 seconds. So for our finalists, we have two Somers hurlers, Claire Higgins in lane 3 and Caroline DeMella in lane 6. Benny. Ready to get started here. Athletes warming up.
All teams back out ready for the first hurdle heat for the girls as they are out there.
Girls hurdle finals, and they're off.
And let's go
Over the
as
first hurdle, they're all neck and neck. Harrison and John Jay looking to pull away. John Jay pulls away. Claire Hagan's in a close second. John Jay still in first. And it appears to be John Jay
John Jay
that
takes
is
that
going
heat.
to have that there. Yes, so Helena Shembri from John Jay, 17.81. Claire Hagan's in second, 18.32. And then third is going to be Sienna Cavado of Byram Hills. Elise Hermano of John Jay in fourth. Kinga Kozria of fifth place from Harrison. And Caroline DeMella Somers, sixth place.
Okay. I apologize. I currently have technical difficulties with the camera as we're back on up. Now hurdles for the boys. Hurdles. As we are about to get started. As they line on up the finals for the boys here. Quick one for the girls as we're back and I think, yeah, actually, if you mind, I now you're good now. Yeah. So now back out there is the boys are gonna be going with hurdles in a second as we continue. Who to look out for? We got a few Tuskers to look out for that have done good in the hurdles. I don't know who exactly is performing today, but we got Logan Labasso. We have Lumez or PJ Goff. Just some that have done good in the hurdles in the past. See how they will perform. And we'll see. So we do have multiple Tuskers out there as it was a false start there. They're going to head on back. Currently out there. We got PJ Goff out there for the Tuskers. We got Cannon Page, PJ Goff, Joseph Crusby of Harrison, Matthew Henson of Harrison, Lou Meza of Sommer, Zachary Borowski of Byram Hill. Let's see what they got as we are back out. This is the hurdles. So the hurdle 110-meter final. As we're lined up. And we're off. Let's go with the hurdles. Pulling ahead right now. It's Harrison, Byram Hill, neck and neck. Battle to the finish. Somers not looking the best with them, as it looks like we have, I believe that's Byram Hill, who winds up taking that one. We will see the official. Oh, congrats. And congrats to Zachary Barazzi. His mom right in front of the booth takes that one, as that is going to do it for the hurdle, the 110-meter hurdle. And the girls 100-meter dash final will be up next after a quick commercial break.
Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's two defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests.
Here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
Predict upcoming sport games.
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman, I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast.
So now out there we have the girls 100-meter as they're off, rolling, pulling ahead for the Tuskers. Haley in front, forward by Haley pulling ahead, and it looks like Haley's gonna take it. What a win for the Tuskers there, as that goes in. Haley Donovan is gonna take this one, followed by Kira Clearly of Somers. Then we got, as the placement still currently has in, got Kaylee Maxwakia, seen Carly M from John Jay. We have Kylie Page Tofi from John Jay in fourth, followed by Thala Lamani comes in fifth for Harrison, and Isabella Pasada comes in sixth. And now the boys get ready. It's the 100-meter champion out there for the boys. We have a few names back on. I've got Logan Labasso out there. Someone to keep an eye out for in this one. A senior. And let's see if he's able to get it done. We also have from Somers, Kellen Frey and Luke Armstrong. We have Derek Schrint. We got Zach Afabi from Byram Hill and Luke Wensley from Byram Hill. Luca Lealy from Harrison. So let's see who's going to get it done. What I see happening here, I think it's going to be Logan who gets it done. But we'll see who has it here, as it's going to be a close one as they line on up. Let's see if Logan has got it for this one. Outline back up are the Tuskers, and we're off. Bucket it. Let's go racing. Pulling ahead, it's Byram Hill. Logan behind there as it goes to the end, taking it. That's gonna be Byram Hill. Who got it? Byram Hill takes that one. What a great effort. Multiple Tuskers there. Zach Afobi is going to take that one for Byram Hill with 11.12 seconds. What a performance by Zach Afobi, followed by Luca Leali, and then Derek work by Kells. Then we had Callan Frey from Somers, followed by Luke Armstrong and Logan Labasso, finishing it off in 6th place. Those are the results for the 100-meter mile final. And yes, I know not everyone, the Tuskers weren't able to show up there, but it's 3 Somers players to make it, 3 Somers winners to make it this far to the finals. It's impressive. It's really impressive for them to make it to the finals, and they gave a great effort today. So coming up next is the girls high jump. Wait. So let's and we'll be back in just one moment.
Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports,
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
interview guests,
We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
predict upcoming sport games,
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
debate sports,
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports,
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
and much more.
This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
I first joined last year. You wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify.
But that is going to do it for tonight. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. As that is all events up here. I'm Benny Stilk. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you tomorrow. Tune into the Somers versus Greeley boys.